as he said, picking his brain a little bit, giving him some questions, seeing what he can give us. So listen to the song real quick. We'll be right back at you. WXMR 94.3 FM, Marengo. All right, welcome back to Spice for Life. Again, this is Jessica with my co-host and my producer, the one that actually helps run everything behind the scenes, Kim.
Good morning, everybody.
Well,
also you're doing good.
Also known in the area as Mom.
Hi. Yeah.
Ma. Whatever you want to call her. That's like right. That, right? Well, Bruce. Yeah. Good morning, sir.
How you doing, Jessica?
Fine, friend. Very fine. Thank you so much for joining us today. How was the traffic coming in?
It wasn't too bad.
No? Good. I don't know if you've ever caught it or not, but on our Morning Frontier show, Monday through Friday, from 7:30 to 9 a.m., they actually give Marengo traffic reports. Marengo, Union, and Garden Prairie. So if you ever need it.
You can laugh.
It's funny. It's like that movie Smoke Signals. We got one car that came through today,
Exactly.
And it might be back later.
They have to come home.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, we love it. It's so much fun. And, they'll give you a delay if there's a piece of wood laying in the road, or maybe even one of those little stretchy cords that has the little... Bungee cords. I just needed a different word. Yeah, the bungee cords laying in the middle of the road. Be careful.
Right.
Oh, they are so informative here at Bruce. This is what we set out to do. Right. We inform,
that's right.
Educate, and that's what you'll get here. And
we try to entertain.
Well, I didn't want to push the box too much. We'll let people decide on that one. Yeah, and if you would like. We already have a call this morning. I was just going to tell you, if you'd like to call us or anything, please feel free to give us a call at 815-572-8344. We'll go ahead and take all of your questions if you have any for Mr. Bruce Whitewolf.
Okay.
Oh, we have some technical difficulties here. So it looks like we got to get Bruce a little bit more set up, and we're not having a little bit of a technical issues here this morning. Sometimes it is that microphone, and I must tell you that this station is a non-for-profit radio station. We are brand new, just started in November, actually. We are working very hard and diligently to update everything in our studios so that when we have guests on, if we touch something, it doesn't go bad.
Well, his mic is up. I just don't see why.
Interesting.
If anything...
So, but I'll tell you for a minute.
Oh, this one works.
Oh, I heard you, I think.
Am I there?
I think I heard you.
Right.
You should. I gave him my mic.
Very good. Well, that might work out just fine. Hello, Bruce Whitewolf, again.
Let's see if I'm here.
I think so. And if you missed it, his reference to the town traffic was the Signals
Yeah,
movie.
Smoke Signals movie where they have out on the reservation, they have one car that comes and visits them and goes, yeah, they might be back later. So sweet.
I love it. I absolutely love it. That is Marengo in a nutshell, in all honesty. It takes like 3 minutes to come through town, and, you might make the traffic light, right? I heard that the new one downtown in 20 and 23 just gives you only a couple minutes. I'm not too sure. So I don't know. Who knows? I don't drive. They don't allow that for the blind people yet. I will get one of those Google cars in the future, though, Bruce Whitewolf. I promise you that.
There you go.
There, exactly. Just so I don't, it would be nice to be, back out on my own again, being able to go out and just cause trouble.
Right? You do a good job.
No, Bruce. I need more help. It's okay. It's all right. So, Bruce Whitewolf, you are part of the Rainbow Warriors Society.
Correct.
Now, if you could please explain to me and the listeners, what is a Rainbow Warrior?
It goes back for a while out in Illinois and Wisconsin. I was known in the community as Bruce Whitewolf for the Whitewolf community, and I do a lot of things with listening to spirit and also listening to dreams and the elders. And the Rainbow Warrior prophecy is a prophecy among many different native nations that come from the Hopi, the Cree, the Ojibwa, and the Navajo share kind of that same prophecy. And it's talk about a new people, kind of people that are being called by spirit or getting in touch back with the earth, of course, and their spirituality, and going back to ancient wisdoms of the world. So it's, looking at the Native American traditions, the earth-based spirituality practices, but it's even beyond that. It's even looking at like the ancient Hindu traditions and Buddhist traditions and bringing that to the world to bring back balance to the people and also balance to the world, which is definitely needed at this time. So I, from listening to elders and my own spirit, created and changed the name of the community to the Rainbow Warrior. And the Rainbow Warrior, my intention and my goal and my heart is to kind of connect back to the wisdom keepers of the world and allow them to teach and share and help them in their path too, give them a place to learn. So our whole foundation is about going back to those ancient practices and recreating balance that's very needed in this world right now.
So not just one practice, but all practices.
Yeah, all practice. When we think of the rainbow, we think of all the wisdoms of the world. They all come from that the divine source. That in a native culture they say creator. But all of those. To me, Buddha is the same thing. God is the same thing. It's just the way that each person connects on their own, individual spiritual journey.
Absolutely, yeah. I read last in some of my research that I did, the Rainbow Warrior was the north, south, east, and west, and all of the colors coming together.
Sure.
And bringing their spirituality together. Tell me, Bruce, what is your definition of spirituality versus religion?
It's kind of a funny question. I would say religion somewhat has a set of rules, from my own experience. And spirituality to me is more of getting in touch with your own unique individual, soul and your own spirit and listening to, your own heart. My first Ojibwa teacher that I had, I would ask him really specific questions on my path and am I doing this right or should I be doing this? And he would go and he would say, listen to your heart. If your heart and soul begins to smile, you're on the right path. And to me, there's definitely traditions and religion practices. I mean, you can say Buddhism is a religion and, Native American spirituality could be somewhat of a religion too. But to me, and I only can speak about myself, is, your own spiritual journey. Nobody can tell you, what way to walk. They may say that differently. But it's, ultimately when it comes to your own spirituality, your own soul, your own spirit, and being open and being able to share that, which sometimes is not easy to do.
That's right. Especially not in a society of which we have created, where people aren't allowed to free express their open spirituality and in a very creative and non-threatening way.
Right.
And I have actually already been, kind of thanked by the community for bringing people such as yourself in and allowing that word to get out. Because some people are afraid. It's like a taboo. It's like a hoodoo voodoo. It's, it's a little much for some people to think about. But in all honesty, you're not asking people to really change their religion, but ultimately to become one with themselves.
Right, absolutely.
And to become whole with their spirit and their energy. And that's where the Rainbow Warrior comes in. So how did this get started for you? Where do you remember your journey beginning?
It goes way back. Now I'm 36, but I've been doing spiritual work and community work for probably about the last 15 years. But my first path was probably in the late grammar school, high school. I came from a family that my mom was Irish, so I studied a lot of Celtic spirituality, and some people would say, call it Wicca or witchcraft, and that has a little bit of a taboo when you talk about that.
Indeed.
But again, it's an earth-based spiritual practice, and when I started that, I kind of learned how to work with tarot cards and chanting with the moon and just feeling the energy of the earth. And my really unique calling was probably now it's been, time is not really in essence anymore, but it's probably been about a good maybe 12 to 14 years ago. I went to an event that really changed my life. It still happens. It'll be happening, I believe, next month, called Indian Summer, which is in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, on the summer fairgrounds that they have. And Indian Summer is kind of a all nations spiritual gathering, Native American spirituality and the Mayans and a lot of other different traditions come in. But it was the first time that I heard or went to a powwow gathering with about 5 drums and over 100 dancers. And, seeing that and experiencing that just, brought me into that culture. And,
Sure.
Next day I, bought a book called Mother Earth Spirituality by Eagle Man, and that was kind of the Lakota traditions, and went out and got a drum and really started to try to connect. And I think within a matter of a couple of months did my first sweat lodge, and it just felt natural. It felt like a return back home, and a really good connection to the earth and to the spirit. And that's where it kind of started. And every day it's a challenge in the way that I walk sometimes, but you just have to be open. Listen to your own soul, listen to your own spirit, and take what's true to you.
Right. Don't be afraid of it.
Sure.
Yeah, absolutely. And where along the lines then did you come into, because I'm pretty sure your last name, considering you just said Irish, was probably not Whitewolf.
Mm-hmm.
Where did it come in that you actually, we're getting crazy bombarded here today. We're very popular. Where did it come in for you?
Well,
you got that name.
Yeah, as
Can you give me a call
it's
back?
kind
We're
of
on the line,
interesting.
right?
The White Wolf
So
name,
can
I
you
did
give
a
me numbers?
vision quest out in Starved Rock. Again, probably at least 8 to 10 years ago. And on the vision quest, it's a ceremony that you're trying to find your connection with your own soul, with your own spirit, and your own connection with Creator. And a lot of the youth in traditional societies will go out and do a vision quest to try to find out their calling around the the ages of 10 to 14. And I had when we went out, I remember that it was lightning and thundering, and one of my spirits that I work with is some of the winged ones, and I was like, okay, put me in my spot. Where am I going to go? Let me go out with those thunder beings and things. And within that ceremony, we fast from water. We fast from eating for, usually it's 4 days. Sometimes it's longer. They say that, when we do that, when we give something, when we're giving part of our own, food intake and water intake, that, the spirits take pity on us, because they say, in order to receive, we must give. So that's kind of a sacrifice. And Black Elk and a lot of other Native Americans will call the vision quest crying for a vision, because you're suffering and you're being vulnerable and you're communicating with spirits. So I had a lot of interesting things. I played the flute when I was out there, had some deers come up to me, and when I